I'd like to do now is, Lewis, if you can come on down, and let me just get your presentation set up. What Apidaze presents, I think, is a very important case study for the industry, because they have a great platform, but also they're entrepreneurs. They need to make money. They need to basically deliver services to customers. So they've done a lot of very innovative work in working directly with customers that I think it sets up the challenge I described in Workstream 2, that if telcos can't get the go-to-market sorted, guess what? The entrepreneurial power of all those companies that are working in this space will find a way. Over to you, Lewis.
Thank you, Alan. Hi, everybody. I'm Louis. I'm the CEO of Apidaze. We're a startup, okay? We were founded like not even 2 years ago, and we worked as a team a little bit before, and our goal was really to offer an API for developers coming from a voice over IP background, but for web developers, so that it's easier for them to work on telecom without the telecom complexity. But when we started Apidaze, WebRTC was like emerging, and like in the summer 2012, when we were working on Apidaze, we decided to dig a lot into it. So our story is that, yeah, we didn't invent telecom APIs. There are very nice telecom APIs before us. But I think we were one of the first to dig into WebRTC. So we advocate a lot on WebRTC with other companies. So we have a very direct contact with developers, and also developers independent, but also in enterprises and also in carriers. And we have meetups in Paris, in Berlin, in Amsterdam, and we have like local people working on it. And I announced also that we are going to do a WebRTC hackathon beginning of December. So I was supposed to come here today with a customer, but he is hidden inside the computer. But Ivan from Evaneos, but he will introduce himself. And so I was a little bit in panic 3 days ago because he had like a shareholder meeting and he couldn't make it. So Alan suggested that we invite him by video recording. But this use case I'm going to show illustrates something that is happening, that is that new services are emerging, and that these new services need a new way of communicating. As Juan mentioned before, people will not wait for carriers. What they want is to create their services, and they are looking for solutions, and they will find it, yeah, in telecom APIs or any kind of software they can find. Web companies, they look for solutions and they integrate very, very quickly. So this is a typical example that everyone knows. It's Uber, but it's like just the tip of the iceberg, because a lot of services will be operating in the future like this, and all these services need a lot of communications. And in my knowledge, at least, we are based in Paris, although we have international customers. No one is really like pushing on this kind of companies to offer them what they are looking for. So I think there is a big opportunity for carriers. So I'll hand over to Ivan. So here is the introduction. So he will introduce what Evaneos does, and in a second time he will introduce very quickly, and I know you have we all had a long day, so there is like no complex code and product promotion or whatever. It's really like applied to their problem, the solution, not the most complicated one. It's not the most complicated use case or the most like WebRTC exciting example, but it's a good illustration on how a web company providing services to consumers found a solution with an API. So, Ivan.
Hi, I'm Ivan from Evaneos, and I'm here to explain you how Apidaze has changed the life of your local agents. So, Evaneos is an online platform which helps travelers to estimate the cost, to build handmade travels, and to bring them support during the travels. So for travelers, there are a lot of advantage to go through Evaneos. First, the prices are lower than a normal tour operator. Then you benefit from local knowledge. You have very handmade travels with a lot of very local experiences. And we are a community platform so that you can have feedback from other travelers who have traveled with the same local agencies. Finally, you benefit from free insurance, from a payment platform, and so on. For local agents, of course, you have a bigger market and a very big customer base. You have higher profits than when you are selling through normal tour operators. And you benefit from a SaaS platform in which you have a lot of tools so that you can optimize your work. And we have also a payment platform and insurance, like I said before. So we are 5 years old now. We began mid 2009 in June, and we will have in some month 500 local agencies on your platform. We are present on 5 markets, so Germany, Italy, Spain, France, and we are right now opening UK. So the local agents have built a little more than 50,000 travels, and we double in size and in turnover every year. So we are quite renowned in the tourism market. We won the Travel Door this year, and Eric is presenting your history through a lot of different conferences around the world, like Focusrite. So the main part which is interesting us today is tools for local agents. So we can divide them in 4 parts. First, there is a support. So we have a production manager who are discussing or teaching local agents how to sell better. We have also productivity tools, so you can find the codes, you can read message, you can, well, it's a customer relationship management. And we have statistic tools, and we have finally secure payments platform, so that travelers can pay very easily local agencies. So the main part in this, which is interesting us today, is phoning. So we have production manager who are saying to local agents to phone, because we know that then we can double the sale rate when you are phoning to the travelers. But there are different limits to that. First, it's quite expensive for local agents. So when you are phoning from India to a cell phone in France, you can pay some euros a minute. So for them, it's a limit. It's not possible, and it's quite time-consuming to take the phone, to read the number, and to correct the faults the traveler has made when they have entered it in the forms. So now we have built a tool so that there is no more limit, and it's based on Apidaze. Okay, so now I can show you how it's working the real life. So here you have the platform the local agents have access to. So it's a SaaS platform. You have the list of the codes, and I have click on one, I open one, I have changed the number so that it's my phone number. And here you have a button, call. I just click on it 2 times, and it's calling the traveler. I have to authorize the browser to phone.
Merci de patienter. Nous allons vous mettre en relation avec votre correspondant.
Okay, so he's saying that we will put him in relationship with the travelers. And now, yes, it's phoning, and it's written here the number of Evaneos, so that if the travelers is the travelers is phoning this number back, he can answer.
Bonjour. La personne que vous essayez de joindre n'est pas disponible. Veuillez laisser votre message après le bip.
Okay, so this change the life of your local agents. They don't have to type a phone number, they don't have to take their phone, they just have to have a computer. The only limit is for some countries, they don't have a very good internet access, but with Apidaze, we can know if there is a good connection or not. You have a green icon. If it's red, this is saying that you can't phone. So that there is, in this case, a new button. You can click on it, and it will call with the phone. So first it will call the phone of the local agent, and then the phone of the travelers. For local agents, it's magic. It's you show them the system, and then they will only use this one. They won't take that one again. So we have tested this system in the last summer, and we have learned a lot of things with the interface, with the UI and UX part, and we have built it again in September. So it will be in production in some days now that you see it's working, and we just have to check some things on our servers. And that's it. So thanks to Apidaze, and we will have number we hope very good to show you maybe next time. Have a good conference.
Okay, thank you, Ivan. Okay, so just to sum up, maybe I'm used to French, English. Yeah, when I think what is interesting here is that when we met for the first time, he said, I think they came to a meetup, it's like, okay, well, what could we do? How could you help us? Or what could we improve in what we are doing now without doing massive investments, so no capex. And then, okay, he brainstormed a little bit and he came out, okay, what if we could give the possibility to increase conversion that the Indian travel agent can call a mobile phone in Europe without ruining his finances. So yes, it's okay, as he said, we started over the summer. So they took it all over. It's the first time I saw, in fact, the back office. So most of the applications of our customers, we don't get to see them working. We know that there is traffic, but we don't know exactly what they're doing. So they really built, and it's a real web company. So they asked us, for instance, this possibility of measuring the call during the call to see the quality of the call, because WebRTC there is no guarantee of call quality. So they improved some UX aspects, and they're launching in production. As he's saying, it's already launched, but they're really scaling it in the next days. So I think this is an example of what an end customer, an enterprise customer, because they are quite big company, can do when it takes an API. So I promised I was not going to be too heavy. I took some slides that I saw. I like to do that, to take some slides. And this one was from a conversation I had with an API specialist who said, Louis, the first API was in the telecom world, in fact, because 100 years ago, the telephony didn't scale, and here you have, I think, Emanat, the world's first female telephone operator, and she had the control and the operator had the control. And that's a little bit what we're living now. And one day, one guy called Almond Stroger, I don't know if he changed and he brought an API approach to telephony, because they didn't have to call, you didn't have to call anymore Emma to get plugged to someone. You could dial it directly. And I think, okay, telecom APIs, the contribution of WebRTC are shifting this control in the hands of different people. I know carrier is a very profitable business, but I mean, there is a trend, as I was saying in the beginning, for how you consume services. And I think that all of these technologies can contribute, and hopefully carriers will lead this movement. But then the question is, once I have convinced you, why waiting? So this is the big question for a vendor when we come to this kind of events. Our job is also to prove We are not only asking carriers, okay, we have a great tool, a great product. Okay, we're here also to help and to say we can do proof of concept, we can help you in go-to-market, we can feed you with use cases and so on, and best practices also, because there are many other API companies that are doing great things. But you shouldn't wait. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Lewis. Do we have any questions from the audience? Or is everybody just desperate for that glass of beer or wine?
It was light.
One question I have, just, you've got your platform and you're exposing your capabilities. Did you have to do much with this customer in terms of customization or integration onto their platform, or did they just straight consume your API? So it was purely just a sales job in finding the application case study.
Yeah, and even the sales job was very very easy. I mean, I think we came across them in a meetup, and they saw like a demo of what's the developer portal and so on. But no, we have no, even it's more like support for development, because of course they put like a team of developers, and these people need some kind of support, email, most of the time email support on some questions, or when they are testing, there's like a bug or something, then you will have to provide support. But otherwise, it's the first time I saw, in fact, what they actually were doing. Because they don't show us.
So that must have been really cool then to finally see how the customers use it. That's excellent.
Right.
Okay, any other questions? If not, let's a round of applause for an excellent presentation. Okay. Thank you, Lewis.
Thank you.
So just a few things to wrap up. You'll hopefully most of you will have received those SMSs for the surveys. Mark's been tweeting out some of the results, the interim results. We'd like to get a few more opinions, so please respond to those SMS, click on the link, and then do the surveys. It's quick, it's easy, it's not painful. Just do it. I did warn you that this would be an intense day, and I'm sure you'll agree it has been, but I hope you saw the value. And the fact that we're taking a unique approach with this event. It's about the ecosystem, it's about being open and frank, and definitely in all the presentations, that's been the case. The material, the videos, the slides are all going to be up on the web, hopefully within the next few days. You'll be able to access it all via the TADSummit site, so you can then redistribute it around your organizations to show what people missed out, and you can use it to basically, hopefully, defend and push forward your cases and your projects within the organization. Tomorrow, we've got a very exciting day. We're going to kick off with a very, if it all works, an amazing demo. So please make it here for 9. That demo is going to be well worth seeing. We've then got, again, some excellent presentations. We'll then break into the work streams. I hope you've now got a feel what the work streams are about, and you'll be motivated to join us and get involved in those work streams. And then we wrap up the whole event with a panel. We've got some very interesting questions. We did a pre-conference survey, and we invited questions, and some of them were absolutely excellent. So I'm really pleased with, from the community, we've got some excellent questions that we're going to tackle. And this, we hope, will really set out, I think, from an ecosystem perspective, the future of telecom application development from 2015 through. So please take the opportunity now to rest, relax, over a drink and a beer. It's all out there waiting for you. So thank you, and see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Thanks a lot.